Hello, this is Mrs. Wright. I'm an ELL teacher at Meadows Elementary, and this is our first EL supplement video. So this week, you have been working on character traits with your classroom teacher. So let's take a look. So character traits are what we've been focusing on for the first week, and our learning intentions are I can describe a character traits, actions, and motivations. And our success criteria, we will know we're successful when we can describe character traits, when we can describe the evidence that supports my description of a character traits, and I can tell what actions a character took. So we've really been doing a lot of work on character traits, and we want to make sure that we understand what character traits are and how we can show the evidence that supports our thinking. So, one thing we could do to get started is, what are some traits that you look for in a friend? Some character traits are positive, and some character traits are negative. And the character traits that you want, that you look for in a friend, are positive. So some of those would be friendly, kind, humorous. Humorous just means that you're really funny, you make people laugh, and that's always a good character trait to have. And negative character traits might be cruel, just being mean, sneaky, and unkind. Anytime you have a word that has the prefix un in front of it, that just means not. So unkind means not kind, and you want a friend to be kind. So that's why unkind is a negative character trait. So think about, what are some traits that you've noticed in your friends? What kind of traits, character traits, do you try to portray for your friends? So now we're going to try some sorting. So I want you to think again about positive character traits and negative character traits. And here are a few that we can take a look at. So here's the first one, angry. Would you say angry is a positive or a negative character trait? Look at her face. Yeah, if you said angry was a negative character trait, you're right. If you have a friend who's angry, you want to do what you can to help them not to be angry, or give them a little time away to calm down. Scared. What kind of character trait do you think scared is? Look at his face. Yeah, scared would be a negative character trait. You don't want to be scared. Okay, let's look at happy. What kind of character trait do you think happy is? If you said positive, you are right. You want your friends to be happy, and you want to be happy. So that is a good character trait to have. How about pretty? What kind of character trait do you think pretty is? If you said positive, you are right. Excited. What kind of character trait is excited? Yes, if you said positive, you are right. Funny. What kind of character trait? Is that a character trait you look for in a friend? If you said positive, you are right. Good job. How about athletic? What kind of character trait is athletic? If you said positive, you are right. Generous. What kind of character trait is generous? If you said positive, you are right. And there are more on here. And if you think you need more practice with character traits, you can always ask your ELL teacher at your school to help you out. They will be more than happy to share these cards with you or give you some more ideas on some character trait words and phrases that you can use to describe characters in a story. So, and also your ELL teacher is going to have some native language support for you. If you're having a hard time coming up with the words or understanding the meanings of the words for character traits, then your teacher can share with you, and this will also be on our website that you can pull this up and look at it, but this lists internal and external traits, and it's a word bank to help you organize these words and to help you review these words that can be used to describe different characters and stories. So they are under different categories. We've got good internal traits, bad internal traits. We've got external traits. External traits just means it has to do with a character's appearance. And if you go all the way down to the bottom, then you will also see that the exact same words and organization of these character traits is also in Spanish. So if you're more comfortable reading it in Spanish and helping you to understand what the words mean, go right ahead. This is a great resource to look at. So if you need this, just ask your ELL teacher to get you a copy of this. And then when you're speaking and writing about character traits, these are some great sentence frames to use. So the first one is just talking about what kind of character trait you would use to talk about a character. So you would put the character's name and then put what the character trait is that you're using to describe this character, and then give some evidence why. So one example of this would be from the story that we read this week. Drake is a good scientist because he looks at all the evidence. So we have the name of the character. We have what character trait he has, good scientist, and then why. You can also use evidence from your text, from your book, to talk about a character and give evidence. You can use the pictures. So the picture shows, and then talk about what the picture is telling you about that character. And then you could also talk about I know because. So you can use information that you already know, your background knowledge. So good luck with the lesson this week. And if you have any questions, make sure to ask your ELL teacher to help you out. I'm sure he or she would be willing to help you out.